Today's obituaries are brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home. Funeral services for James Carlos Goodwin, age 86 of Cullman, will be at 3 p.m. tomorrow at Moss Service Funeral Home Chapel. Dr. Edwin Hayes officiating. Burial in Cullman City Cemetery. Moss Service is directing. The family will receive friends from 1 to 3 p.m. tomorrow at the funeral home. Charles Colonel Ray Lively, age 77 of Cullman, passed away at his home Monday. Moss Service is assisting. Visitation will be 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the funeral home. A graveside service will follow immediately at Rock Springs Cemetery in Blount County. Funeral services for Bobby Ray Burrow, age 77 of Cullman, will be at 1 p.m. tomorrow at Moss Service Funeral Home Chapel. Stanley Kilgo and Tim McCormick will officiate. Burial in New Hope No. 2 Cemetery. Moss Funeral Home is in charge. The family will receive friends 5 to 9 p.m. tonight at the funeral home. And those are our obituaries for today, brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home.
Premier Bank presents Today on 2, broadcasting live at channel2cullman.com and archiving our programs on the same website. Kind of cloudy this morning, but the temperature is much, much warmer than we had earlier this week. Let's start with the weather forecast for today. Our weather brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet on Cherokee Avenue. The weather almanac for the 10th of January, the average high temperature is 51, the average low is 32, the record high 77 in 1949, and we had no degrees in 1962, 0 for the record low temperature. Sunset at 5:23, sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:26. Checking the satellite picture to see what's going on around the country. Wow, it's kind of colorful. A lot of green and blue and white and pink in there. Here's our part of the country. It looks like most of the moisture has moved on to the east of us for the time being. Here's our forecast for today. Mostly cloudy, a little drizzle this morning, and breezy today, a high around 57. Cloudy, very windy tonight, 100% chance of showers and thunderstorms, low around 54. Wow. For tomorrow, cloudy, windy, 70% chance of rain in the morning, then clearing with temperatures reaching 60 and then starting to drop to around the lower 50s by afternoon. Sunday should be a nice day, sunny with a high of 56. Monday, chance of rain, a high of 57. Tuesday, 54, and Wednesday, 42. So very mild temperatures. And
much better than what we've seen earlier in the week.
Oh, boy, yes.
Yeah.
And the thing that always concerns you when it gets really, really warm in the winter is storm activity.
Right.
But they're not talking about storms. So
hopefully they won't be.
Yeah, hopefully so. Paige got some wonderful news yesterday. Tell everybody.
I am so excited. I just accepted a job offer with Dollywood Entertainment yesterday, so I will be moving to Pigeon Forge here in a couple of months. So I'm really excited for this opportunity, and it's a good opportunity. And in December, I will be getting to sing with Miss Dolly Parton on stage. I found that out yesterday. So yes, so that is going to be a really, really exciting experience. Very exciting.
So the marquee at the theater may say Paige and Dolly.
I don't know about that. But it is going to be really exciting, and I'm just really honored that they have offered me this position. So
yeah. Well, you went to auditions last Saturday.
Yes, in Atlanta. Mm-hmm.
And I think it's remarkable for the fact that they are still, the Dollywood people are still conducting auditions.
Yes.
But they offered you a job
They did.
without even considering a lot of other people.
They did.
Yeah. What kind of shows will you be doing?
I'm going to be doing a show called Dreamland Drive-In, and it's about an hour-long show, and I'll be doing it 3 times a day, 5 days a week.
Okay.
So
Okay. Well, people, you're going to have to put Dollywood on your calendar.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, let's see. Who's our Facebook friend of the day for today?
Our Facebook friend of the day today is Amy Smith, and she likes Coleman Bearcat football and Jimmy Buffett. So thank you, Amy, for being our friend. And you'll receive a large barbecue sandwich from Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue.
How about that? Amy's a parrot head. This is Friday. That's Politics. Who's our guest for today?
We have Representative Randall Shedd with us today.
And he'll be talking about the legislative session, I think, you start next week? Yep, start next week. So Tom Drake is here, George is here, and we'll talk with Representative Shedd. We'll continue with more Today on 2 right after this.
At Premier Bank, we are very proud of the long-lasting relationships we have with our customers. We'll go almost anywhere to meet your banking needs.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Cullman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
Meet the KitchenAid 36-inch induction cooktop. It might just change the way you cook. Induction technology heats the pan and not the cooking surface to offer you a new level of precision, speed, and energy efficiency. 9 settings give you different levels of heat to achieve precise temperatures and amazing responsiveness. Water boils in just seconds, making this the fastest to boil induction cooktop available. The KitchenAid 36-inch induction cooktop.
We continue with more of Today on 2, and we have some prizes to give away. Let's see what our Friday prizes are. I think we have the KSW colored salt as one of our prizes. That's available at Rumor's Deli. And Papa Murphy's taking baked pizza, 1 large pizza from Papa Murphy's. Those are the prizes we have for today. All you have to do is correctly answer a question about one of our ads. So let's look at our ads for today. Who are we going to start with? Earl's Body Shop voted best towing service. David, Diane, and all the employees, thank you for that honor. Earl's Body Shop, located on Highway 31 North.
Federer Fertilizer, they're helping you grow. They offer fertilizer, feed and seed, ag chemicals, lawn and garden supplies are available. Also some specialty items available. They're located on County Road 222.
Mr. Hicks Menswear has a necktie sale. Boy, look at all those colorful neckties. Just about any color and pattern that you desire. Neckties on sale at Mr. Hicks Menswear.
Tires for Less is more than just tires. They offer oil changes, minor engine repairs, and shocks and brakes repairs. Come and see Greg and the guys at Tires for Less. They're on 2nd Avenue on Highway 31.
The $5 lunch is available at Dairy Queen, and by the way, that does include dessert, and you can upgrade your sundae to a small blizzard for just an extra $1 at Dairy Queen.
Now open, no contract. That's Be Fit. Change your life and body. They are located right next door to Renard's Gallery and Gifts. That's Be Fit.
Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue has the family barbecue pack, and you get a pound of meat, 2 sides, 4 buns. The price is just $13.99 for feed 4 people.
Cotton State Barns of Coleman, buy or rent to own, carports, playsets, utility trailers, storage buildings, and more. No credit check, you're approved. That's at Cotton State Barns of Coleman.
There we go with some of our merchant ads. Question for today. AmeriGas has changed their name. What is the new name for what formerly was AmeriGas? 256-734-7399 is our telephone number. We have the KSW colored salt and the Papa Murphy's Take and Bake Pizza as our prizes for today. AmeriGas is now under a new name. What is the new name? Well, go ahead and call in right now while we watch Money Matters, brought to you by Premier Bank.
debit card transaction you do with your debit card, so this way it keeps you away from insufficient funds. Insufficient fund fee is $25 and these could add up very quickly. Internet banking could also make balancing your checkbook easier for you. If you have any questions, feel free to come by your local bank today and we'll be glad to help you.
Well, let's see if we can give away our prizes for today. Again, the question for today is AmeriGas has changed their name. What is the new name? And we have a caller on the line. Hello, who's calling?
This is Sandra.
Sandra, from where are you calling?
Here in Coleman.
From Coleman. Okay, what is the new name for AmeriGas?
Coast Gas.
Coast Gas is the right one. Stay on the line, please. Thanks for calling in. It is Coast Gas. Let's look at that ad and the rest of our merchant ads right now. There we go, Coast Gas. It's a different name, but it's the same people that you've known and dealt with for a number of years. Check about their winter tank set special going on right now. They're on Eva Road near 157.
Auto Tech Repair and Service. They're a TechNet professional auto service. They do electronic diagnostics, major engine repairs. You can visit them in the Vinemont area. That's Auto Tech.
Mullins Body Shop, over 50 years they've been doing auto body repair and towing. You can still count on them each and every day. 256-734-1353.
Brown & Company Beverages thanking you for 2013 and looking forward to providing you the best beer and wine for 2014. That's Brown & Company Beverages.
Deb's Bookstore is your hometown bookstore just down the road. Browsers always welcome. You'll never get through the thousands and thousands and thousands of books available at Deb's Bookstore, and they're all on sale.
Jolly Time Rentals, where fun is always in the air. You can call Holly Mullins today to book. She has licensed inflatables, slides, obstacle courses, toddler interactives, and more. That's Jolly Time Rentals.
Night Free Insurance. Westcott and Elliott Free are the men to talk to. Night Free Insurance, providing insurance coverage for over 3 generations now on First Avenue Southeast.
Fetter Fertilizer, helping you grow. They have fertilizer, feed and seed, ag chemicals, lawn and garden supplies, and specialty items. You can visit them on the web at fetterfertilizer.com.
Grand Point Pharmacy says be prepared. Don't get caught with the cold. They have a wide selection of cold remedies. Fast, convenient service is available. They're located on Highway 31 North.
Fitness opportunities are available at the Coleman Wellness and Aquatic Center. They have a 6-lane competition pool, full fitness center complete with weights, cardio, and professional training. Day pass is available.
And Hansville Guns and Ammo, targeting high prices. Cash price right now on guns, 15% above wholesale. They're on the corner across from City Hall in Hansville. Those are the merchant ads we have for today, and we have a few birthdays to tell you about, starting today on the 10th of January.
That's right.
Who has a birthday today?
Well, it looks like Reverend John Richter has a birthday, and also Rick Nix has a birthday today.
The Rick Meister is 60 today. He is an old man. Who has a birthday tomorrow?
And then Wesley Kelly will have a birthday tomorrow.
And he will be, wow, 93.
93.
Way to go, Wes.
Yes. And then Aiden Graves on Sunday. And now it's time to draw for our ice cream cake from Dairy Queen.
Okay, let's draw for our winner for the week and see if we can give our Kristen Pamplin. Kristen's birthday was earlier this week. Wins the birthday cake from Dairy Queen. We'll look at our community billboards and the weather right after this.
There's stuff around your house, but we don't make stuff. We make ovens. Dual fuel, double ovens. And they bake so evenly that now delicious is something you can depend on. We only make things for one room. The best room. Your kitchen. We're devoted to it. And you can feel it in everything we make. Nobody knows the kitchen like KitchenAid.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Cullman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
At Premier Bank, we take pride in serving our community. We respect our customers, and we've won awards for our ethical conduct. We're motivated to do all we can for you, and we're interested in your banking needs. We're efficient, safe, and sound, and our relationships with our customers are second to none.
At Premier Bank, we put the customer first.
Our community billboards are brought to you by Pepsi and Coleman Jefferson Gas. The Miss Senior Coleman pageant will be held on Saturday, January the 18th at 2 p.m. That's at Wallace State in the Betty Lee Hayes Theater. And the Pilot Club of Coleman is selling Preser's pecans to benefit their brain-related disorders program. 1 pound bags are $12 each, and they come in several different flavors. Our community billboards are brought to you by Pepsi and Coleman Jefferson Gas. If you have a billboard that you would like to send to us, please email it to channel2coleman@gmail.com, fax it to 734-7680, or be our friend on Facebook, Channel 2 Coleman.
The weather forecast brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet. Make the switch to Mitch. Here's our forecast for today. Cloudy, a little drizzle this morning. Windy today, a high of 57. Cloudy, very windy tonight with a 100% chance of rain, low around 54. 70% chance of rain tomorrow morning, then clearing off, temperatures peaking in the 60s and then dropping to 51 by the afternoon.
At Premier Bank, we're a bit old-fashioned. We actually answer the telephone when you call. However, old-fashioned doesn't mean we aren't up to date. With the latest technology, Premier Bank meets the various needs of our customers. Mobile smartphone banking, internet banking, ATMs, convenient offices. At Premier Bank, we have the right products right now with good old-fashioned customer service. At Premier Bank, we put the customer first.
Life lived in black and white is not a life lived. Today, I choose color. To see it. To feel it. To be in it. To be upon it. And to live a life surrounded by it. Today, I put on a fresh coat.
Four years ago, you voted for a change and sent conservatives like Mac Buttram to the Alabama House of Representatives. Thanks to conservative leaders like Mac Buttram, Coleman County has gone from record unemployment to one of the lowest in the state. New industries are locating in Alabama. Mac Buttram sponsored legislation that would ensure our workforce is prepared for the jobs of tomorrow. Conservatives like Mac Buttram have just started. The brightest days are yet to come.
We got a safe driver headed toward the freeway. He is doing 44 in a 45. Now
in the nation, Safe just got a little more exciting. Add vanishing deductible from Nationwide Insurance and get $100 off for every year of safe driving. Just another way we put members first, because we don't have shareholders.
Bill, that's the perfect merge. That was flawless.
Nationwide is on your side.
4 years ago, you voted for a change and sent conservatives like Mac Buttram to the Alabama House of Representatives. Thanks to conservative leaders like Mac Buttram, Coleman County has gone from record unemployment to one of the lowest in the state. New industries are locating in Alabama. Mac Buttram sponsored legislation that would ensure our workforce is prepared for the jobs of tomorrow. Conservatives like Mac Buttram have just started. The brightest days are yet to come.
All right, welcome to That's Politics. Tom Drake, myself, we welcome Representative Randall Shedd. Thank you so much for coming in, sir.
My pleasure.
Yes,
my
sir.
Pleasure. Good to be here. Thank you for inviting me today.
This fella here started campaigning for me when he was 13 years old, so he started.
Well, he got the process down early, didn't he?
I learned. I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Boy, well, yeah, I tell you, that's a while back. But then you were the youngest chairman, I believe, we had in the Coleman County Commission.
Yes, that was back in the good old days, you know. I've been blessed. I truly have. I was elected chairman when I was 23 years old, and I thought maybe Judge Burleson would be here today. We were both sworn into office
Is
same
that
time,
right?
in
Wow.
1976, and he was probate judge for many years, and so I enjoyed my time as chairman, and we've truly been blessed.
Good. Let me ask you, session starts next week, right?
Starts Tuesday.
Okay. What are some things you are intent on making sure gets happened, or taken care of?
Well, we're working on a number of things that hopefully we can address this time. The Republican caucus is focusing on trying to help small business in the state. Small business sometimes gets overlooked in all the big items that happen, and so we're going to be working on trying to help small business with some tax credits and encourage them to do more, to have an opportunity to do more, and to hopefully hire and improve the economy through small business, and address some of the problems that small business have with regulations and that sort of thing. So that'll be one of the big focuses that we work on. We're going to do some. We hope to do some things about dual enrollment. I personally know myself how important dual enrollment can be, where students go to Wallace State while they're in high school, and our youngest son was able to get out of college in 3 years. So that was 1 year on paying taxes, and off of my payroll and on his, and so to speak. I jokingly say that, but a lot of truth in that for the student and also for the people. So that's something that our caucus is going to be working on. And as far as some legislation that I'm going to be doing, my first bill will be what I call Seniors First. That's going to be the first bill that I introduce. If you recall, I got into session late last time. I was elected in a special election and went in April 11th. So I made the decision, not to try to introduce legislation at that late time, because I had some things to learn, the process. I've been going back, as Tom mentioned, for a long time, but still I needed to know a little more about. It's one thing to watch a football game. It's another thing to go in at halftime and play.
Or watching sausage being made.
That's true.
That's what has been described sometimes. But somebody's got to be responsible,
right?
That's
right. But what the Senior First bill would do is, the federal funds are available throughout the state through ADECA to help seniors, low-income seniors, and low-income people, all ages, to get a little help to pay their electricity and gas bills in the winter, and also in cooling in the summer. And so what I want to do is get that more accessible for our seniors all across the state to be able to go to the senior centers and do those applications instead of having to make an appointment and go to, in our case, come to Coleman or go to Decatur. So the people are already there in the senior centers, and they should be able to just do that there. And also it would give them kind of a head start, that so the money doesn't get gone before seniors can navigate the telephone system and navigate the computers and all that stuff, and the money get gone before they can get to it. So that'll be my first.
Well, you had a lot of experience with the seniors. You worked with them a long time, didn't you?
Well, that's right.
You have a keen insight to that issue.
That helps, and this is something that I want to see us do more as a state, not just for seniors, but for a lot of different agencies, so that we, instead of having all these little territories that agencies have across the state, that we pool these resources. There's no reason that just because Community Action is responsible for this program, that Senior Commission on Aging and the Council on Governments, the area agencies on aging, all these other agencies that are involved with seniors can't also do part of the work. The Community Action still make the decision, but we can take the application. So use what's there, not create. This won't cost another dime, to the taxpayers. So it's just making it more accessible. And so I think that's something we need to do a lot of.
The qualifying for deadline has been moved up so to allow for ballots to be printed in time to get them to servicemen and women overseas. and other locations to fill out absentee ballots. So they've moved up the qualification deadline as well as the deadline for qualifying, I guess, candidates who are thinking about running for office. Any thoughts on that?
Well, I'll have to say I was surprised by that. I think a lot of people were. Secretary of State Jim Bennett announced that, and I think some kind of a legal agreement had been reached with the Department of Justice or something. I've tried to follow the news, but I'll have to say I was a little surprised, and I think a lot of people were. I'm pleased with that. Personally, we'll know sooner, and what we're looking at. But the reason for it, I ran last year in the special election, and the runoff was 6 weeks in between. Now, back in our day, Tom, it was 3 weeks, and
That's right.
so it was a long, long time. But the reason for it's good, because if anybody in the world deserves an opportunity to vote, it's the men and women in our military service that are stationed in areas all across the world. And so I don't have a complaint in the world about having to campaign 3 more weeks for our military people to have the opportunity to vote. And I understand that this is the reason for this also. So I'm certainly pleased with it.
The job itself, I think the public, generally speaking, nationwide, Congress has not looked upon very well, and it's both Republicans or Democrats. You've got people who are losing faith in our elected officials. It seems to be getting worse. More independents now. On a state level, a representative or a state senator seems to have more people. He has the confidence of a lot of people. But what is it what's happening here? Give me your take on that. What are some of the things that's causing this, and what can a local representative do to help restore some of that faith?
Well, I think the big thing about us locally is if we stay in touch, with our people. I enjoy going, wherever people are, and you hear what's on people's minds. We don't really have to do polling if we'll get out and see people. You hear it directly from them, and so as a state representative, I've got 3 portions of 3 counties, so it takes a little doing to get around. But that's the most important thing that we can do, and I honestly get more talk and more calls about Washington than I do Montgomery.
Do you really?
Seriously, no.
What are they? The majority of calls involve what complaint?
Just general frustration with Washington. I got a lot of calls with about Obamacare. When that was going real hot. I got calls when the president was talking about going to Syria to war. And some of that is people mistakenly think I'm in Congress, and that's to be expected, because some folks have to work and don't get to follow everything completely. So I understand that very well, but it's just issues that really hit home with people. They will call, and my cell phone is in the newspaper and on my card, and I welcome people to call. And I try to return calls. One time I got 60 calls in an hour, so I couldn't talk to that many people. Tom, you're familiar with that.
Sometimes you get a lot of
hot button issues, but and I think the real thing is, I think that people feel like Washington is not being productive.
Yeah.
And they're really frustrated with that, and hopefully people are seeing that in Montgomery, we as a state are making progress in difficult times, and some of those difficult times are caused probably by Washington. But I will say this: we've got good. Congressman Adderholt is a good congressman, and he's helpful to this area, and he's helpful to my district. I've got 3 members of Congress that represent my House district. Congressman Backus.
Well, you ought to have a lot of clout there.
Congressman Mo Brooks and Congressman Adderholt. So that's a little bit unusual, isn't it, Tom?
Yeah, it's very unusual.
We got less than a minute. Let me ask you this: you're having to run again this time, right?
Right.
And you have no opposition now, do you?
Well, I haven't heard of any. No one has announced, and haven't heard of any. You know, I'm going to continue to focus on trying to do the job and do the best I can.
So the upcoming session, you're hoping to deal more with issues involving.
Well, I have about 10 different bills that we're going to be working on. One thing, 2 bills that dealing with helping our veterans. I've been asked to. Some of our veterans have asked me to introduce legislation to help them with motorcycle disabled veterans, motorcycle tag. You know, they're
right.
Things that are important to veterans. If they're important to veterans, they're important to me.
Thank you, Representative Shedd. Randall Shedd coming to visit us today. Thank you.
Sir, you did a good job.
Appreciate it. For today on 2, y'all, that's politics.